the door. My doorbell needs to be changed. Yeah, we're just a bunch of nerds who are thirsty for that sweet, sweet D&D. Yeah, I'm your first-time DM. Yeah, my adventurers, they're kind of new. Yeah, this is our Real Play 5e D&D podcast, baby. Yeah, expect some stupid, over-the-top, ridiculous voice acting, man. I don't know, man. Some really bad moments of play, some really good moments. We're humans, get off our backs, man. And just some friends having fun and snacks and just good times, because that's what we're doing. This is our story as much as it is yours, so please, come find us on social media, say hi. That's what we love to do. Instagram, it's all Saving Arcana. Come find us, yeah. Welcome to Saving Arcana, Episode 6. Oh, let's get it. That person in the pulpit says in a, strange voice, if you may, come in.
Okay.
Not turning around. Do you go for it?
No. I just say, I'm looking for a paladin. I'm from the guild. I'm looking for training.
Training. I can provide a strange form of training. With a bit of a smile, whips around, and you see a dragonborn slashed across the front of its face with a deep scar right between the eyes, angling across its jaw. Red scaled, in a robe, but with a chest plate, with a very gold cross on the front. The cross has two similar crosses off to the right of it. I can only provide training that is of a different nature than you're, I'm sure, used to. Step forward.
That's when I say, wait, aren't you one of the missing ones? They said there was a dragonborn missing. Is he your brother?
It looks down. Oh, yeah, my bad. Snaps his fingers and immediately changes into just a human. Sorry, the deception from what I see and what you see is quite different. I forget what form I'm in half the time. Yeah, take a seat up here. But if you're looking for training, maybe we should go downstairs.
I'm gonna do an insight check on him now.
Absolutely.
I don't want to part of his nasty sex dungeon.
The sex dungeon.
That's gonna be 16.
16. There is something off about this person, but at the same time, you're a tad bit intrigued.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to be malintent, but there seems to be something off.
I'm just
Forgot
gonna
to
go.
take his meds.
I'm just gonna go and ask him. You don't have any kind of perverse dungeon down there, do you?
Depends on your meaning of perverse.
Are you nasty?
I am quite nasty. But probably not in the sense that you're talking about. I've done interesting things to people.
As I walk past him, I remember to myself, freak.
I enjoy this. And he's going to turn behind you, and as you guys make through the door
Did
that's...
you hear me say that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's going to be fun.
There is a door off to the behind the pulpit, and that's where you think, like, the chambers are. What it does is, when you open the door, it's actually a spiral staircase leading down into one of the basements.
Okay. I'll let him go. Go ahead and go first. I just want to be,
Oh, absolutely. Who would trust me with a face like this and a voice like that? Follow me.
And then I just say to myself,
Keep up, though. And he starts to trot down, like half run down the stairs.
I'll keep about 10, 20 feet behind him.
It's not far down there.
Okay.
As he gets to the bottom, if you're 10 feet.
3 seconds behind him.
Okay. As he gets down the bottom, you already failed step 1. You don't follow instruction very well.
It's like, no. Hold on a second. You failed step 1. You don't, you're not a very good teacher.
He opens the door. Go in.
After you.
Go in.
Can I try to persuade him to go?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You failed. No, I'm just kidding.
And you 47?
Ooh, you succeeded. What did you go?
I got an 11.
11?
No, 13 with the plus 2.
With a bit of a chagrin smile, he goes, why don't you just go ahead and go in, and then we can begin your training.
Kind of give him a untrusty glance and go in, but I'm going in with my hand on my sword just in case.
As you go in, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
That'll be a 4.
With a 4, as you walk in, you immediately feel a bag come over your head, and a tie quickly go. Zoop,
I'm so happy this is
and
not
you feel this rope tighten around your neck, and then another rope bind your hands behind your back. Give me a strength check, please. Strength saving throw.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. As he tries to tie your hands, you break out of it and you bring your hands up to your neck, and you hear him say, "If you take that off, the training is over." What would you like to do?
At this point, I'm just going to say, you just tried to tie me up. I'm not about to sit here and trust you.
Yes! Show me your true self. You're not like the other ones, obviously. Fight against this. Fight every instance that makes you feel out of place. This is in your gullet. Follow those instincts. Obviously, somebody tying you up isn't right. Why would you try to accept this?
I'm like, you sound insane. There is. I don't even think you're the paladin. I think you're just a hobo that showed up.
And with that, he is going to draw a small dagger and cut the rope that's around your neck, pull off the hood, and inside there is actually 4 human beings standing in front of you. Their faces are covered with masks. They are completely blank. No eye holes, no mouth holes. They're blank. They have hoods on, they have black leather, and they are standing in front of you, all with a different weapon.
I'm like, fine. I go up to them and just stab them all.
Okay.
Can I leave now?
As you stab each of them directly, is there any particular place you would like to stab each of these people?
I'm not like doing it like a little, like to kill them. But, okay, so I'm understanding that it's the last 4, right? So I just kind of like poke the first 3, and the last one I just decapitate because it's the evil guy.
Yep. And the first 3, as soon as you stab, you see that person and the corpse just fall over, just limp. The first, the second, the third, and as you decapitate the 4th, correct?
Right.
The head pops off, and nothing but hay comes out of the neck. The last 3, and you look over as the bodies were exactly the way that a human would die. They're just dummies laying on the ground.
All right, I'm just gonna take one of my unlit torches and just hurl it at him.
Okay. Give me a hit.
It's a 3.
3. You chuck this, and it clatters against the wall. Turns and smiles, and then walks back up the stairs. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna sit there and curse.
Yeah.
It's always. I was thinking to myself, I hope the other guys aren't running into these, crazy hobos doing the crazy hobo thing.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit upset, and then I just kind of leave.
As you go up the stairs, you come back out the door, and standing there is the human, crossed arms, pouting, and next to the human is a 7.5-foot tall dragonborn with red scales, the image that person had before, and his hand is on the shoulder of the human and says, "What did he just do to you?"
And I'm just kind of saying, like, how do you run this church? There is random hobos probably drugging your patrons.
He is a person that will be dealt with. I am very sorry. Is there anything that I can do to calm or cover the emotional strain that this little idiot caused you?
Can I just get a slap at him?
Absolutely. It puts his hand on the back and shoves him to you. What would you like to do?
So at that point, I'm not going to slap. I'm going to punch him in the face.
Oh, 110%. With the force of being pushed, roll a D8 for me.
Oh, not even to hit. You just automatic
give me
hit.
Advantage D20s. Roll it all together. 2 D20s and a D8.
That's going to be a 5. And then 5... do I add anything? No. Oh.
Strength.
So that's going to be a 9.
Good.
And then a
You know
7
what?
to damage.
Let's see here. You're lucky. Come on! I really didn't want you to do it, but he puts his hand and shoves him towards, and you rear back with just pure anger, and you put your elbow right into the side of his face,
yeah.
and it crushes against his temple, knocks him out immediately, falls flat on the ground. He looks at him, a little bit impressed, and goes, "Why did you come here?"
I came for training. Nate sent me.
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel.
Are you looking for a specialty of training? Is there something that I could help you with? And he draws a bit of a sword and goes, "I am sworn by paladins to train those that are in need. What can I train you, young soul?" And puts his sword back. "Give me but 2 days of your time, and we will have this done."
2 days.
Okay. I say, sure.
Training starts now.
Okay.
And he draws his sword and starts to talk to you, and immediately starts to go over basics. And with that, you will, after the 2 days, you will have hit level 3. You will have gained the vengeance path, and we will roll that. If you want to go ahead and roll for your health now and start the upgrade process. Yep. Voquis, you're up. You're following Archibald, and Archibald takes you down a old-timey street. The house is dilapidated. There's suddenly a small door that he has to crouch down to get through.
So I'm assuming I do too, because I'm just as tall as he is.
You're following behind him. So
Yeah.
as he opens his door, goes through, there is a wide 10-foot staircase going down into it seems to be an underground area.
Okay.
You follow him down?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't even know I'm still talking to him, like, not even... I'm assuming he's not responding or reacting to anything I'm saying, so
he's
I'm
just motion you to follow.
Yeah, so I'm just talking at him.
Great. You make your way down, and what you see is this is a square room, 20 by 20. There is light coming from the far end down to the center, so there's a beam of light, and it's coming from a small window. You know you're underground, so it's a very small window in itself. You see Archibald pass through the light beam and then into the following shadow. You hear his voice, and as you make your way down, you all of a sudden can't see him anymore. And your dark vision,
90,
you can see the whole
60
room,
feet.
but you see him pass through the light,
And then
his image disappears.
Okay.
You cannot see him, but you hear him, and he's walking around in the darkness. And you hear him say, "It seems to be that you're in need of training, but I'm here to show you something far more useful. You're weak. You do not have what it takes to be the first striker. I'm here to shape you into the demon that you need to be. You will always be the first, and when I'm done with you, you will have such fierceness in your eyes that no one will ever come looking for you in the dark." And with that, you see right in the sun, Archibald step into the light, and from head to toe, change into this small, lanky drow. He is about 2 feet shorter. His bow that he was holding that was golden and very ornate turns into this nasty-looking goblin bow. It's got bones, and it has these nasty pieces all over it with almost wrapped with, could be human skin. Okay. And a bow that just looks disgusting. He's got 2 daggers with eyeballs in the hilt. He's got dark leather clothing, nasty to the touch. His hair is matted black against his face, pulled back, but disgusting when you look.
So he just looks like a common nasty drow. He doesn't look like nobility or anything like that.
He's changed from a high elf, 7 foot, to a 5 foot drow.
Okay. So I'm a little nervous because I was in the Underdark. Like, I saw what these people can do.
Yep.
Like, I ran from them. So I'm, like, a little bit nervous here.
Yep. And he'll say, "With this you will learn to embrace your past
and become who you should have been years ago. And he will bring out his dagger, and at the top of the dagger where the eyeball is, he will unscrew the eyeball and says, if you want to become what you were always born to be, and from the land that you were born in, drink this.
Insight check.
Yep.
I want to know if I can trust whatever he's about to give me, if I can trust him, if he's doing a polymorph or something, so that if he's not even him, because I recognize him, but...
Yep.
Soft 20.
Soft 20. You get the feeling he really wants you to drink this. He wants to train you. You do not understand why he needs you to drink it.
But, like, any malintentions,
No malintentions, but he is holding something back. You can clearly tell there is a secret in his tone.
What are you hiding from me? I'll drink this, but I need to know what you're hiding from me.
I'm not hiding anything.
I know you're lying.
But when you drink this, you will die. Everything about your past must fall away. Everything about you must die, including who you are. You drink this, you will die. But you will come back as the weapon you should have been.
So I'm, like, grasping really hard this little ox that I have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about, like, the first thing that comes through my mind is Elrick. First thing in my mind. And then I go through, like, Ava and Hilda and, like, all the awesome people that we've met and all, like, the friends that I've made so far. And then it just circles right back to Nathaniel screaming at us. And I grab the potion and drink it.
And as you grab it and chug it, the smile creepily just encroaches on his face. It is done. Takes the dagger back, screws on the bit, and looks at you. You feel a tingle in your fingertips from the very tips, and as you raise your hands, you see a light blue glow from the fingertips rush instantly through the palm of your hand and up into your elbow, and stops at the elbow. You see that where it's pulsating, it feels like 1,000 suns inside your skin. This blue is obviously your veins in your arms, and you can see almost through your arms. It is excruciating.
After going through everything that I've gone through, and after being so excited to be in Haven, and just thinking about, like, where I came from, and being so excited to be on, like, a positive, like, neat new path, and meeting all these new people, and then thinking about everything we've done so far, and, like, the stuff we've killed, and the people that are going missing, and the cultists, and, like, all of that responsibility, and all of that, everything that we have ahead of us, and, like, Nathaniel's voice is just, like, pounding and pounding in my head. I know that I can stop this, and I don't. I let it kill me.
It instead does not kill you in the sense that your character is dead. It encroaches on your elbow, and as you push back, and then you let your hands go, and it pushes past your shoulder, and it encroaches all over throughout your body, and then only your heart is blue. And your heartbeat goes from thump, 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 thump to thump. And you fall onto the ground. Archibald will walk over to you, take out the other dagger, unscrew the top, open your mouth, pour the liquid in, close your mouth, massage your throat so that it actually goes down into your throat, and then life pumps right back into you.
I instantly start sobbing. Like, I thought I was out of it. I thought I was done. I thought I was done. I thought I was out of it. I thought that...
He's got you in his arms. You're flat on the ground. He is on his
Is he still
legs.
a drow?
He is still a drow.
I shove him away.
And
I shove him the heck away from me.
He will say, good. Now that you have actually passed the only test you should ever pass, it's time for some training. And he'll wait for you to stop sobbing and collect yourself.
We're going to be here a while, people.
And he says, It's time to teach you what it means to be first on the battlefield. Give me a day. With your strength, I can teach you. With a big smile, he changes right back into Archibald, the high elf, pulls out a dagger, and says, when you're ready.
What are you? I need to know if I can trust you. What are you?
But a simple drow from the Underdark. Born of the Underdark. Making a new name for himself.
Insight check.
Yep.
Well, I rolled a 4, so that's a 7.
With a 7, he's being truthful.
Okay.
And
I don't trust him at
unless
all.
there's something else that you want to go for and say anything.
No.
You good?
That's
You
good.
begin training. He teaches you ambush. He teaches you of the Underdark. He opens your mind to brand new things. And during your training of about a day, you understand that this person has skills that far outweigh anything that you've ever seen. The ability to be in the dark, and for people like yourself to normally be able to see them, he can go invisible, and he trains you how to become invisible to people who should be able to see in the dark. You will become level 3. You will roll for your health, and you are now a Gloomstalker.
Gloom. Gloom and doom.
Mr. Avalot! You good? You doing well?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Voquis is good. Elrick!
What up, dog?
You walk up to that second door. It is open.
I rap on the door as I walk in.
Great. Tia, little forest genasi, cute button face, nice green hair, sitting in a chair, sees you come in, and if you remember, she hasn't spoken to you. Ever. She stands, walks over to you, looks you in the eye, not eye level, but looks you in the eye. She's only but 5'2", very short. Yeah. She's looking up. She's very close to you. She puts out her hands, palms up in front of her, looks up to you, motions her head down to do the same.
I put my hands over her hands. Like,
And
palms down.
palms down. And as you do this, her eyes close. A bit of serenity comes around.
I close my eyes.
You feel heat between your hands, and a sproutling begins from her hand, out of her skin, and one begins from your hand, and they meet in the center. They intertwine.
Are we having sex?
This is how it happened in Avatar.
They intertwine. You immediately blink, and when you open your eyes, you are in a forest with her. All of a sudden, you are in nowhere it seems to be natural. You are now in what's called the Eve. The Eve, if you would give me a give me a history check, and then give me a perception check.
The history was 11.
Okay.
The perception was 18.
Great. You look around. You're not in front of her. She's off to the side. She looks back and she smiles and says, "Welcome. Follow me." And do you follow her?
Yes.
You are in a very loud jungle. It is gorgeous. Tall trees of every kind. There's no one unity of animal or plants around you. It seems like there is every species of plant you can possibly imagine. You make your way through, brushing the leaves behind. You see palm trees and very strong, long, strangled trees, if you may, with vines and every type. It seems to be that there is everything here. There is
awestruck.
It is extremely beautiful. You hear a waterfall. You see clouds billowing above you. It is a beautiful day. The perfect day, if you may. You make your way up to a ledge. She has stopped. You make your way up next to her, and what you see is a beautiful land. It drops down way below you, and you're at the edge seeing a waterfall off to your right, mountains and birds flying through. It looks like perfection. She leans over to you and says, Only some druids can come here. I lost my voice so that I could visit here often. It requires something to come here, and I didn't know that. I wouldn't suggest coming here, as it is beautiful on the outside, but the heart is not pure. And not everything is as it seems. And if you'll let me, I will show you exactly what it looks like.
Go ahead.
As she puts her hand on your back, the warmth that from the hands that you felt before, you feel a vine begin to crawl all over your back, slowly encroaching around your arms, cocooning you. It is creating a ball of a vine around your body, kind of like what Groot did in Avengers. You know what I'm talking about. Not Avengers. What was it?
Guardians of the
Galaxy. Similar to that, but it's tighter. It's constricting your arms. It's not hard to breathe. Do you allow it, or do you fight against it?
I allow it.
Okay. And as this cocoon of vine comes around you, on the inside, it feels furry. It feels soft. There's moss all on the inside. You feel it brushing against your skin as it moves. You feel safe. But at the same time, a bit scared as you don't know how long this is going to last.
My own little nature womb.
You feel a little bit of vertigo as your body changes from the standing position as it slowly lays on your back. You feel the pressure of the ground behind you as you are laid down on your back. Time goes by. You're breathing. You don't know how much time has passed. You stay. You have no idea what's going on. You begin to get a little worried as it seems that hours have passed and you're still inside. Do you call out for her or anything?
No.
Okay.
As much as I'm worried, I also feel a little like comfort, a little at ease.
Okay. You
like
hear...
healthy mix of both.
You don't know how much time has passed. You go sleep, you wake up. You would imagine you would defecate, but you have no need. Seems that you are in a serenity of sleep, wake up, feel the presence of nature, and then fall asleep again. This goes on day after day. You start counting in your head 300, 400, 500. You lose count of how many times you have fallen asleep. You stop counting. And then one day you hear thud. Whoosh, thud. Whoosh. Sounds like metal piercing the ground, but it sounds above you. And all of a sudden you hear a I found him. Hands start pushing away the dirt, and then a small slice right in front of your face as the cocoon opens, and the Genasi is right there. She is aged. She seems to have grown a little bit older. You don't know how long. And she holds out her hand as she opens the cocoon and brings you out. What would you like to do?
I take her hand in mine and I slowly sit up and stand up and I ask her, how long was I in that cocoon? It felt like years.
She turns around. She turns you around and motions. There is a single large trunk tree. And from this tree, it is white barked. It goes up 60 feet, large plume, red leaves. The leaves are not falling. They look like maple leaves. She says, "This is you. This is you in the eve." It's quite beautiful.
What do you mean by this is me? As I'm examining the tree.
It is around 15 feet in diameter. It's a large tree. She says, every druid that is brought here becomes one with the eve. If you ever need to come back here, you might need to find yourself. Just find, well, it's up to you to name it.
I'll have to think on that one.
You don't need to today, but it took over 792 years to grow. The girth and size reflects how strong your
Real
soul
impressive.
is. Very impressive. You, in fact, are quite impressive. She points over to the right, and there is a grove of similar styled trees, half of the height. It is to the right of you as if you are in a new row. She points off to the right and says, "And here are your ancestors. The people before you," and then points to the left, "and the people after you." And there's little sproutlings. The Eve does not exist in the normal material plane. But you are here. And your story has just begun.
Thank you. Where are you in the Eve?
She holds up her hands and says, "I am but the earth that cultivates you."
How old are you?
How old is the earth? And with that, she will put her hand on your chest and say, "It is time." And you feel warmth throughout your chest, and then you're right back into holding hands. The twigs, the sproutlings untwist, go back into her hand. It goes back into your hand. Your eyes open, and she just smiles. And with that, you are now level 3, and you have learned the skills that are appropriate for your level. There is
Some magics. Mark and Druidic along her door. Thank you. Because I know she'd be able to read it.
She smiles and she nods.
And then I turn and I leave to go find, well, I don't know what I do. Because everyone else is training, I'm guessing.
Well, the good
For
thing
me,
is,
it's probably only been like 5 seconds or some random stuff.
you guys are
time
getting
like
used
that.
to this now, aren't you? Well, good. When you go downstairs, there's actually Avila and Voquis sitting downstairs.
Oh, okay, so
2.5 days have passed for you. The door has been shut the entire time. You are caught up. With you guys, your training goes on without any fits. You are able to learn what you are needing to respectively. You have the floor if there's any intertwining. This is, at this moment, you have sat and you have just gotten done with training. It has been rigorous. You guys can have the floor at this time. As you're coming downstairs and see them too, there's a person that comes in through the door and says, "Hey, is that Voquis here?"
Yes.
"Oh, great. Here." And it hands you a parchment.
Okay, take it.
And do you unwrap the parchment? You open it and read it. And what it says is, it's from Nathaniel and says, "To the south, we found it. We don't have anyone else to send because everyone's still on the mission. Go south. Follow the coast. Find the cemetery at the base of Chili Mountain." When you
Like chilies or chili like
Chilies and cold.
Okay.
I don't think chili exists in this.
no.
No.
I think
Follow the
chilies
coast, find Chili
Still
Mountain.
can check it
At
for
the
sure.
base, there is a cemetery.
Okay.
That's all that we know. Go.
no, I really
Go
want chili.
on it.
Go. Hey, I got this from Nathaniel. He wants us to go to, I'm assuming wants us to go to the south,
What time is it?
to the
No.
Chile.
It's around 11 a.m. at this point.
Very
Let's go
different.
shopping first.
It's very
You really want that shopping
I really
episode?
want to run errands.
You're weird.
Did we pick up any nicer gear now that we're level 2?
I hold out a hand of berries, and it's like, I got all the supplies I need right here.
All the supplies
And
are
I put those in my pack, and
Love
Okay,
it.
so,
those
it looks like
these
I
are
stocked
my
up last
berries,
time.
not the crazy dragon berries.
Okay. I don't need to go shopping. Let's go.
Yeah, you would go talk to Nathaniel
Okay.
about that. You need to get something written from him.
Okay, so I'll go talk to him real quick and I say, hey, we're getting ready to go. We're excited, but
Oh, good, you got my message.
right.
Great.
This is just to be safe, since this seems like a critical mission. We should probably have a bit of an upgraded gear to make sure we can complete it.
Well, absolutely. I take it you finished your training?
We did.
Fantastic. All three of you, and he'll look to, I guess you all are there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
too are.
Fantastic. That only
Fancy
took a couple
armor.
days. It's good because our scouts came back and gave us the information. I didn't know where you were, so I sent it off with my carrier, and he found you. And, well, absolutely. You guys should just go talk to the blacksmith. He'll take care of everything.
Okay.
You guys remember down in the basement is where the armory is. The blacksmith can forge something for you, but if you are just looking for an upgrade within the company, they have extra wares down in the armory. If you're looking to have something built, it will take time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to you. You can go get a brandished upgrade of gear that is in stock down in the armory from the armorer, or you can have something built. That's really up to you. Nathaniel will say, if you were looking for any type of weaponry, anything that might help you out, we have quite
can
an
I get a
extensive...
different weapon?
Well, we have an extensive armory. Just go talk to the armory in the basement, and you have my permission. You can have, well, anything you need. This mission is important.
Okay.
You know where there's these stairs to go up. Underneath those stairs are the same stairs to go down. So you make your way downstairs. This might be one of the first times you guys have actually come down here. I can't remember you guys coming down to the basement
Not
before.
before.
It's the same size as the upstairs. It's exactly the same width, but in the corner there is a tannery with different kinds of armor against the wall, and this, well, quite frankly, goblin character in the corner. And he's just pounding away on some leather, and he's got swords on the shelving. He's got a nice looking head for a goblin, but a very long nose, and he's just hammering away.
I just say, hey, do you happen to have a crossbow in hand? I have this, regular longbow, but I would prefer a crossbow.
Oh yeah, not a problem. Name's Bren. Not a big deal. Let me just go ahead and get that. Takes a light crossbow off, tosses it to you. What do you got there? You got a bow? Oh, okay. Takes it, snaps it in half, puts it over there. It'll be good for timber. That's a piece of junk. Who gave you that?
I found it.
That makes sense.
My
That's a
family.
piece of junk. What else can I help you with, yes?
I would like to trade in this great club.
Another piece of junk. Snaps it in half, throws the top hilt over into. I'll just melt that baby down, make something better.
Can I get 3 daggers and a scimitar?
3 daggers. That's easy. 1, 2, 3. There you go, little missy.
Thank you.
All right. And you said a what? A hand? Who?
A scimitar.
Oh, a scimitar. All right. I don't get too many of those. Let me check in the back. And he'll go into the next room and come out of the storage.
If you don't have a scimitar, a longsword is fine.
Oh, I got plenty of those.
I'll take one of those.
Oh, but look at this. And you hear a bunch of clinging around, comes back out. I got a scimitar. I only have 2 left. Hands it on over.
Can I have both of them if you have 2 left?
I get what you got to give me then. That's my last one.
Oh, I have gold.
I'll take a ration.
Okay. I give him 2.
He is not
I
no
am
fun.
really hungry. I don't even get a break. And he hands me 2.
Yeah.
All right, then go back in there. Hey, there you go. Don't tell anyone that I took a ration for this, okay?
Nope.
That's on me. And so he's just gonna hammer back and be like, "Oh, what do you need there, big boy?
Oh, I'm fine.
Are you? Oh, all right, good enough." And it goes right back to, "All right, go get."
Go on and get.
And you guys now, after talking with Nathaniel for brevity of time, you know where you need to head. Waterdeep is on the coastline. He said head down the coast, 2 days travel, find to the Chilly Mountains, and at the bottom of the Chilly Mountain, it's really a mountain range more than anything. It's not just one mountain. When you get there, there's a cemetery at the base, and that is where supposedly the next clue is. Do you guys head on out that direction?
Yep.
Great. You come to your first day of travel, no problems. It's normal travel. Down south, you're on a road. Nothing happens. You make camp. For the sake of this, nothing happens on the first night. On your second night, however, who's on watch?
I'll start.
Okay. You doing just 4 hours or doing the full 8?
4.
Okay. And who's taking the last 4?
I'll take the last 4.
Nothing happens during your watch. You change shifts, and it actually gets to your watch, and nothing happens. It's a very uneventful night. You guys sleep well, fully rested.
Like a baby.
Moving on to the second day, upon your travel, you start to see the mountain range into the distance. You're starting off in the early morning. You know it's going to probably take you at least all day to get there.
At least all day.
At least all day. The chilly mountains, as you can tell, if you would all give me a perception roll, please.
A perception, you said?
Yes, please.
15.
It's going to be
16.
13 for me.
What was yours?
13.
Wait, perception,
Okay,
not
great.
performance. Yeah, 13.
13. Okay, great. You all notice that more than likely it's called Chilly Mountains because in the top third, it's just snow-capped mountains. Right off to the left, the mountain range continues, but it stops becoming snow, and it actually is just more dune-like. More like a mountain, but they get smaller and smaller and become more sand. So in the Chilly Mountains, there's 3 mountain ranges. And they all are quite large as far as the tips are not that close to each other, but they all come down to one major base. All 3 basically pointy tips, but one base for this. So you're making your way down the coastline. Anything you guys like to do as you're making your way? You still got a full day of travel to go?
I'll just retell the story of what happened to me and how pissed I was. And I was like, and then this random hobo just showed up and pretended to be the guy and... Had to knock his teeth out. Had to knock his teeth out.
I have a good chortle.
Dude, I freaking died. My trainer killed me when I got there. I completely omit the fact that I tried to kill myself because that doesn't sound as cool.
Can I do an insight check? See if she's just
I'll
telling the
do it
truth
too.
about dying.
Yeah, sure.
Mostly just to see if she's telling the truth about dying.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's
It's
pretty...
going to be a 13 for me on the insight.
Okay.
I have a 19.
19 for you. She seems pretty truthful. She seems to at least believe that she actually died. For a 13, she seems to be considerably adamant about the fact of dying, but you're not quite sure if she's just blowing smoke.
Just go.
I died. I was dead.
I looked to both of them. I'm pretty sure, you know that real cute Genasi, Tia?
Yeah.
I think we had sex. But anyway,
You what?
we joined
Well, that's what I said
stims.
I said to myself, I mean, if you like trees like us, you think she's cute.
Wait, what happened?
Tia's adorable.
Yeah, it's dry erase.
Anyway, we joined Sprouts, and she took me to the Eve, which was beautiful, by the way. And then I got cocooned, and I was there for like 700 years.
What? No, you weren't. It's been 2.5 days.
You touched branches and slept for 700 years, but no drugs were taken.
None.
Sure.
I just imagine your character as a Karen, a super Christian evangelical mom.
No, it's more like, I'm just
I
like,
just imagine
listen,
your
first,
character.
First the hobo and his drugs, and now you and your drugs.
You guys make your way down the coastline, and upon coming up the coastline, you start to see at the base where the coastline goes around the mountain range itself. You can't go along the coast anymore. It becomes too treacherous. So you know you're going in the right direction. You start along the base and start working your way east, just along, and you do. Over a ridge you see, and this is becoming nighttime about this time, so it's around 8 p.m. It's taking you all day to travel here. You come over this ridge, and you see quite a large cemetery. It reaches from the base as far as the eye can see left, and it's a big clearing, lots and lots and lots of tombstones. There's little mausoleums just sprinkled throughout. The hills do bound up and over where you can't see how far this actually goes, but this has all been built upon a hill. You guys can see from here that the mausoleums, the only ones that you can see right now are the 3 that I've marked on the battle map. Please go ahead and give me a perception roll. You don't see in this amount of detail, but you two specifically, Voquis, you see that there is somewhat of there's a bit of motion going on. There's humanoid and or creatures out there near the center mausoleum.
Okay.
To what detail, it's just a little bit fuzzy for you to see. For you two, Ablot and Elrick, what you see is in the middle mausoleum, there seems to be coming out over the other side of the hill, there's coming 4 prisoners with 2 robed humanoids being trucked to and pulled to the center mausoleum. You guys at this point are about 160 feet away from, you're still in the tree line looking off this direction. The 4 prisoners with a 22, you notice that there is a young girl, an older man, and a woman with a child. The 4th, you can't really see.
At that point, I go and I say, stop. Based on what I'm seeing, I look at you like, you look like you saw that too. We got robed things, cemetery, prisoners. That screams cult to me. What do you guys think we should do?
If it is
Should
a
we
cult,
save them? I mean, I think
we
we
should
should
stop
save
them. Yes.
Because there's nothing good has ever come out of a cult. And it could be that some of those are the prisoners that disappeared.
At the front of that mausoleum, there are 2 similar robed, humanoid, hooded people and 2 dogs next to them. So, as you guys are watching this happen and you're discussing, the 2 robed people are going to open the doors, and then the 2 robed people that are pulling behind the 4 prisoners are going to make their way into that little 10 by 10 mausoleum.
Little kids shouldn't be prisoners. There's something definitely fishy going on with that. It's definitely going to be some cultists. We should stealth in, Voquis taking the lead.
Yeah,
And I give her a nod. And we should be quick and quiet and take care of those 2 guards and then investigate that mausoleum.
So you're pretty far away, but you are in the tree line. When you break this tree line, you are in clear sight of the mausoleum, but there's trees that go to your right, all the way to the base of the mountain, and then come up the backside. So you could stay in the trees. That is an option.
Let's stay in the trees.
Yeah, let's stay in the
That's
trees.
my professional opinion.
You guys make your way through the trees all the way back to the base, so back where the pen is. That's basically the direction from the beer bottle to the pen. You make your ways through the trees, staying low, but you're so far away that you're not seeing any kind of reaction to what you guys are doing. You make your way all the way from the pen to the back side of the trees. So where the battle map ends, that's a tree line. So where there's green on the without, that's actually just all trees.
Okay.
You guys are back there. These guards are facing away from you the way that they are facing right now, and the dogs. You guys are wherever you want to be back there. What would you guys like to do? Voquis, you're going to be up front? Then?
I'm going to be up front, and I'm going to cast Disguise Self on myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to look like a male half-elf. Anytime I use like my Gloomstalkerness, because my personality is so different from it, it's basically going to be like I have multiple personality disorder. Yeah, like so I'm going to have like a cloak and like a robe up, and
It looks like theirs, just to be clear.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
100%.
Seeing her do this, do the same thing.
Okay, so you're both looking just like them at this point. Got you. Ava, what do you want to do in this time? You just going to stay behind in the tree line? Or?
I'm going to stay at the edge of the tree line and get the crossbow out.
Okay. And what do you guys want to do? You guys going to move up then? Just nonchalantly, or?
I'm going to sneak. Yeah.
Sneaking up.
Okay.
Are you sneaking too?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Avalot's the wings.
I'm staying behind.
They're...
I'll stay behind that. Is that what is that?
That's a
square?
mausoleum there.
I'll stay behind that mausoleum.
Okay, yeah, you make it to the mausoleum without any trouble. That's still plenty. Give me, are you trying to stealth up, or are you just trying to like have
Stealth.
conversation?
Stealth up.
Yeah, roll me stealth checks, please.
8.
8. And what's yours?
9.
9. You both walk up, but you just not very quietly. You start rustling through the twigs, and the dog snarls and turns, just looking behind. The first cultist that's on the left there, he's going to turn around and be like, hey, who goes there?
And I say,
He makes eye contact with you guys.
yeah, so I'm going to say, it's just us.
Oh, yeah. There's quite a few of you guys coming in. We just had another group come in. Do you have any?
No, we don't. We're just making sure we're excited as guards to make sure no one got away.
Ah, well, that makes sense to me. How about you? Yeah, it makes sense to me. Just sit me out here, you know what I'm saying? I'm just doing my thing.
We were sent to relieve you.
Oh, that sounds good to me. Nobody said anything about relieving us to do it.
No, we definitely, head honcho told us to relieve your guard position at the mausoleum.
Tachi? Yeah, he's downstairs.
Yeah, he told us to come in
Persuasion
30
check.
minutes.
Persuasion check.
Persuasion or deception?
What would... Are you trying to persuade him of that, or are you trying to deceive him the fact that... Persuasion. I'm going to stick with persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yep. You're trying to persuade him of this... Yeah, 30 minutes ago. Yeah, we're supposed
They're
to
the
believe
same
you guys.
for me, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a natural one.
So I hear that, and I immediately grab him and put a dagger up to his throat, and I say, "Who are you? You're not one of us."
Okay. You can see her do this. Let's do it in this order. Give me a deception check.
As she does that, I kind of throw my hands up, but I do a little okay sign for Ava behind
All
us.
right. What are you doing as she's doing the... You see her put a dagger up to Elrick's throat. What do you do? The dogs start growling. Yeah, man, what's going on?
How far away am I from them?
You are 45 feet from the dog. You can't see the guy that mumbles, and you can't see the other dog.
I'm gonna use.
Yeah, but we're on the other side now, right?
No, we're coming straight up. Yeah.
I'm gonna use command on the dog and tell it to attack the closest cultist.
Okay. Is there a save on command?
Should be charisma.
Wisdom 14.
Wisdom 14. Okay. Give me a second here.
This is going great, guys.
Oh man. Okay. How would you like to command it exactly?
I'll say go for the throat.
All right. So as Voquis, what was your roll on persuasion? 10. As you put the dagger up to Elrick's throat, Elrick gives the OK symbol. You give a command in some form to the dog. The dog snarls, looks over to the guy that was just speaking, and just lunges for his throat. And he attacks it with...
This is beautiful.
Let's see here.
As the dog...
And the dog hits and just crunches. I'm going to go with crunches. Crunches on his neck with a bite attack. This is fantastic, actually. I love everything about what's happening right now. It does... Ooh, that's not that great.
Did I successfully deceive them, though?
No. So, okay, dog 1 is biting cultist. And, oh my goodness, it chomps down on his throat. What are you doing? It just can't even speak, and it's tearing into his throat. Wow, okay. Dog 2, looking confused, just doesn't know what to do. The other guy goes, "Hey man, what's happening?"
Someone's high on the job.
Man, that dog's freaking me out, man. just not sure what's happening. The dog is chomping down.
So I release Elrick, and I'm gonna move. Can I move around but within melee range?
Oh yeah, the dog's got him. You can move right around that backside, 100%.
So.
Would you still want to use your bow before?
No, I'll move in within 5 feet range, and I'm going to.
Who you swinging on? The dog or the man in the hood?
That's the man in the hood.
A little bit of, hey man.
Yeah, I'll hit him.
Ouch, bro.
Ouch, bro. So I'm gonna
man?
swing my scimitar at him.
Okay. Swing away.
So 7 + 2, 9.
9. On cultist number 2, you roll up and you bring out your scimitar. You swing a little bit wide and it hits right above his head. He's like, hey man, there's a breeze outside. This is nice. You bring it, but you kick it back out. He goes, hey man, what are you doing back there? You bring it back around a little bit lower.
He's so chill.
And you just chop his head off. You bring it right under his neck, and the head just.
Oh, you murdered him. He's
your
so
blade
chill too.
sticks into the wall again, but his head's still there. And as you bring the blade out, the head, hey, it falls off. He's dead. He is dead.
And worrying about the other dog, I'm going to move up. Yeah, 30.
Oh, that draw guy is dead, by the way.
Yeah.
Dead.
Hey man.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. And I'm going
Don't
to
kill me, bruh.
produce a good berry in my hand
Yeah.
that I had in my pouch. And I'm going to cast Animal Friendship on the dog.
Okay. Read me what animal friendship does.
This spell lets you convince the beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell's duration, which is 24 hours.
And its intelligence 4 or
We
higher
just got
automatically
ourselves a pet
fails,
dog.
right?
Yes.
Okay, it is not. So what was the roll?
It's a wisdom saving throw with a DC of 14.
Okay, let me see.
And then as I'm doing this, I tell it to be like, hey, we mean you no harm, just run away.
It looks at your
Go on,
hand, looks at the food, looks up at you, a little bit of a glint in its eye, and it just really just rares back to bite at your hand.
Okay.
It failed, unfortunately. We are in initiatives. Roll
Wait,
me
it
those
failed?
d20s. It failed.
Or it succeeded.
It succeeded.
Okay.
Dog 2 is grappling and biting still the cultist that's on the ground. The cultist is prone. The dog is just nomming down, and it's just now releasing its grip. The other dog is reared back at Elrick, and it is snarling and ready to pounce.
So I go up, and I'm going to. Do I have enough movement to get up to them?
More than likely.
How much movement you
60.
60?
Oh,
No,
gosh.
not 60. I got it.
I was
30.
like, wow, are you
Are you
flying?
flying?
Flying, I would. 30.
There you go. That's
Okay.
30.
So at that point, the guy's down, so I'm going to stab him with my sword.
Okay, absolutely.
dog.
It's at advantage because he is prone.
Okay. That's going to be over 20.
Okay, it hits. Roll damage. Bum, bum, bum. I like you just pass right by the dog. Excuse me.
It's
Stab.
13.
13 damage.
that is a big-
You step right next to the dog. The dog is bringing its bite off, and you plunge the sword right into this cultist's chest, and just
Okay.
lets out a gurgle of, and it.
At that point, can I use my bonus actions to try to intimidate the dog into leaving?
You can absolutely try. Yeah.
So I
roll
look
that.
over at the dog. I said, "Just did this," and I yell, "Go on, get!"
Go and get.
Go on, get.
That's gonna be a intimidation. 21.
21.
Go on, get.
Okay. Let's
Go
see.
away.
Boy.
You say, go on, get. The dog looking at you a bit confused, looking over at the other, and it's just, this was my master in the blood. It just starts running away, and it runs 60 feet in the opposite direction, just away and out. And it is gone. Next up, Voquis. There is
Is it
one
not-
dog left.
Is it not Elrick?
Yeah, that's me.
I'm sorry, Elric, you're up. Voquis,
So,
you're up
seeing it-
next.
Still, while it failed, I just used my bee speech, and it's like, your friends are dead. Your companion ran away. Go on, get.
So much go on, get. Let's see it.
Persuasion or intimidation?
how do you want to do that?
It's intimidation, I would say.
It's
You're
the
not going to
same
be able to
for me.
persuade a
Because
dog.
you're trying to scare it into leaving.
15.
15. Okay. You look at the dog, and the dog, you say, go on, get, looks over, the other dog's running, confused, and backs away a little bit, and snarls at you, and snaps his teeth, a bunch of saliva comes out, and then tucks his tail between its legs, and turns.
Go on,
and only moves 10 feet away, and then turns around and snarls back.
Okay, so I'm gonna run up to the doggy dog,
Okay.
and I'm gonna snarl at it.
Okay, bonus action.
Yeah, bonus action to snarl at it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna do non-lethal damage to it.
Punch it.
Okay, are you using the hilt of the sword?
Yeah.
Or, okay, roll to hit.
Natural 20.
Yeah, alright. So with a natural 20, you bring up the hilt, and you, with such quickness, you bring the hilt into the side of the face of the dog and go, blow, right in the side of the chin, and its teeth just kind of, it's kind of reeling, and you bring the hilt back down again right on top of its head, and it is knocked out.
But not
flat.
dead.
It is not dead. It is knocked out. It is just, it's snoring away. It's hurt, but it's snoring away.
So I spit on it and say, you should have ran.
Oh.
That's
Well,
pretty
it's
gross.
sleeping, so.
Yeah.
It's gonna wake up with a big old gooey.
Big ol' loogie.
As that's happening, I walk up and seeing that, I'm like, okay, that's uncalled for, but
Do you pee on it?
I
Yeah.
thank her for not killing the dog,
I'm about to go.
and I
punch it.
carry it, and
Carry the dog.
I hide it behind a tombstone, and
Okay.
then
It's gonna get eaten.
rejoin the.
Their dog. They're not gonna kill it.
Okay.
You never know if something else will come and kill it.
Okay. You guys are out of initiative.
I rejoin the group and again
This-
thank them for not killing the animals, for being non-lethal. It's like I can
Okay.
see you guys are
Yeah, my
being
hood.
more appreciative of my lifestyle.
My hood is up. Like I'm almost unrecognizable between like the actions and like the hood being up and like my appearance. Yeah.
Do you guys open the doors?
Yes.
Yeah, me and
Great.
her will.
These large,
Maybe.
rounded top doors is a double door. You immediately push on them, and they start to open. And as they're halfway open, that's where we're going to end the episode. Yay!
Oh, okay. So they're level 3. They've got their paths. Some crazy stuff went down. And then they are going on the mission. And they are almost there. They're going to open the doors. What's going to happen next? I'm so excited. I cannot wait to show you guys and let it play and make the podcast. And it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be good times. So please stick around and watch out for the next episode because they're coming out soon. Thank you for watching episode 6. And make sure to go follow us on Instagram. We're Saving Arcana. There's social media. We like to talk to you. We like to have fun, posting up stuff. But thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You guys are incredible. You guys are why we're doing this. It's so much fun. And hopefully you guys are having fun along with us. Roll those dice with me, baby. This is supposed to be a sexy voice, and I'm really bad at it. Okay, till next time, adventurers. Bye-bye.